they get ready for starting lineups, let's pause real quick for 60 seconds on KLKC. Rutherford, the 5'3" junior, replacing Abby Vale in the starting lineup. So again for the Bulldogs, Reichenberger, Rutherford, Aitchison, Thorpe, and Powell, and then Stewart, Dean, Ryan, Stice, and Brannon for the Lady Grizzlies. Jack, give me your 3 keys to success here for these Lady Grizzlies tonight.
Well, first of all, I'm going to have to say slow down the other team, and that would have to revolve around stopping Jenna Aitchison. I'd say that'd be the first thing, most of all. And I'd say play their tempo. They've allowed the game, just kind of like our boys, to get too sped up, which creates turnovers and some havoc. And 3, get Brandon some good open looks.
As Powell and Dean set up the tip, Jack, I'm going to add one thing. Establish the inside, because it looks like the Grizzlies have the advantage here early.
Yes, it does. There's one, I don't know how tall she is, but about not quite on his size.
Ryan swings it to Stewart. Now they'll move it back to the top of the key, looking inside for Stice. Brandon on cue launches the 3. The bank is open. We don't see it often from Madison Brandon, but she connects. 3 points on the board, Lady Grizzlies.
6 o'clock on a Friday night. That's an odd hour for a bank to be open.
It is.
She broke right in.
She must have called ahead and asked for a quick entrance. As Ryan goes inside to Stice. Stice looks backside, turnover Lady Grizzlies. And now Reichenberger will push it the other way, and she'll give it up to Thorpe. Thorpe, the primary ball handler right now for Independence. Lady Grizzlies in a 3-2 matchup zone. Independence sporting road blacks with orange numerals. The Lady Grizzlies in the familiar home whites with red numerals. Independence slowing down, not playing it up tempo pace as they look a little confused on what they're supposed to be doing. As the ball goes to the corner now to Reichenberger. She'll kick it up now top to Aitchison. Aitchison gives it up. Goes inside, now back to the corner. Fakes the 3, gives it back to Aitchison now. Ball move left, right. Jenna drives, kicks it out. And now a traveling violation called on the Lady Bulldogs. Riley Rutherford, turnover, Independence.
And there's just another good possession of that Grizzly ball pressure. They're very, very good, all 5 of them, at just creating absolute havoc and suffocation on their defender.
Stewart with the basketball, swings it up top to Ryan. Ball moving left to right now, enters a high post. Dean with it now, swings it back to backside. Stewart's open in the corner. She'll elect to drive it in. Reverse it now. Patience here by the Lady Grizzlies early. Sydney Stice from the free throw line leaves it short. Rebound on a Dean. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on number 20, Riley Rutherford. Make that her first personal foul and the first team foul on the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, we saw the Grizzlies, especially early on, basically throughout the whole game, just dominate the offensive glass, especially against Coffeyville. And a glimpse of that there from Dean.
Ryan will launch a 3 from the corner off the inbounds, hits both sides of the rim and comes off. Rebound, Carson Stewart. She'll give it back out to Ryan. Ryan will go again, hits it again on every side. Rebound now Bulldogs, and they'll push the tempo as it's Aitchison with the basketball looking to drive. She'll do a little kick out here to the corner. Now swing back up top now to Rutherford. Rutherford looking to drive, dishes it off, and it is Powell with the shot. No good. Rebound, Carson Stewart of the Lady Grizzlies.
Yeah, that stroke by Ryan looked really good. Just unfortunate it went in and then out. We'll see if she can deliver tonight.
Lady Bulldogs in a rotating 1-1-3. Traveling violation called on the far side against Madison Brannon. Bulldogs take possession here right in the start of the ball game. 5:40 to go, so only 3 minutes in. It's Lady Grizzlies 3, Lady Bulldogs 0.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You catch the ball, and right before you shoot, your feet just get a little too happy and skip on you.
Aitchison looks to drive for the Bulldogs. She'll dish it backside. Shot from the corner, up and short
nice
by Reichenberger. Rebounded by Sydney Stice, and here come your Lady Grizzlies. Brandon into the corner. Dean dumps it down to Stice. Stice looks backside to Cutting Stewart. Layup, no good, and out of bounds. Wide open layup missed there early by Carson Stewart, as the Lady Grizzlies will now fall into a 1-2-2 full court press.
Now Carson's left-handed and was coming in on the right side, but shooting it with her left made it hard with that ball coming in at that angle.
Trap on the sideline, given back to the middle by the Bulldogs is Reichenberger trying to make a pass across the Powell. Knocked out of bounds though by Anna Dean. Possession stays with the Lady Bulldogs. Ball swung up top now to Reichenberger. She'll kick it back to the corner to Aitchison. Aitchison looks to drive, steps back. Being patient is Aitchison now.
Yeah, you can tell she knows what she's doing. She's wanting to drive. She's waiting on that edge she has on her defender.
And she'll swing it to Reichenberger on the left wing. Now swings it back over to Aitchison. Aitchison on cue, launches a three. Long and strong. Rebound controlled by Thorpe.
There's one of those long rebounds that is just tough to bring down.
Ball swings backside, and now it's Powell launching the three. No good. Rebound, Brannon. As Stewart now will bring it across to kick it up to Abby Ryan. Ryan to the corner to Dean.
Nice
gives
pass.
it right back to Ryan. Layup good. Lady Grizzlies 5-0 here on the Independence Bulldogs.
I love when they do that. They throw it to half court, turn and throw it to the corner, and look for a cutting guard streaking down the court. That's such a good play.
Pass stolen away by Anna Dean on the full court pressure by the Lady Grizzlies. Brandon now up the floor to Stice. As Brandon will cut through the lane, not there, and now they'll swing it back to Ryan as Ryan calls out the play.
Yeah, they partially tried to run it again there, threw it corner and looked for the cutter.
As Brandon has it, looks to give it back to Ryan and does. Now they'll swing it over to Dean. Now inside to Stice, double team, turnover Labette County as it's Reichenberger with the basketball, and they'll move it up the floor looking for Aitchison. Off of Aitchison's hand, turnover Lady Bulldogs as Coach Cole looks down his bench for a substitute, and he'll send one in as now that's number 12, Abby Vale, who was initially in the lineup, moved out, and she will be replacing Riley Rutherford.
Is this a new coach for the Indy
This is a first-year head coach for the Independence Bulldogs, James Cole.
We've seen a few of those this year, it feels like.
We have. Some turnover happening in the league, and the one staple to the league is still Coach Christy Snyder. As there's a foul on Independence, as that will go on number 30, Riley Powell, trying to get the ball away from Brandon. Ball to Dean in the corner. She'll kick to Stewart. Stewart will launch a three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Vale of the Bulldogs, and she'll push the tempo and get it up the court to number 25, Thorpe, who misses the two-footer. Rebound backside, and headed to the line is Reichenberger for the Bulldogs, and that foul will go on number 33, Anna Dean, her first and team first for Labette County. First shot is up and no good. Subs coming in for Labette County is Sydney Stice and Michaela Forbes will replace Stewart and Dean. As the sub awaits at the table, as the sub that comes in will replace Rochelle Reichenberger. Second shot is up. Hits the back rim, no good. Rebound, Sydney Stice of the Lady Grizzlies as Forbes pushes the tempo up to Brannon. Ball now swings left to right. Ryan open on the backside. She'll launch her third three of the quarter. No good. Rebound, Elsie Sorrell. And Sorrell will go up. They will say it's on the floor. Out of bounds, Lady Grizzlies, as that foul goes on Riley Powell. And I believe that is her second personal foul, as indeed it is. Third team foul against the Lady Bulldogs. as number 15, Haley Stover, checks in for the Bulldogs. And coming back into the game, try to see which one came back in. We'll figure out here in a second.
Yeah, we will.
Quickly back in for the Lady Grizzlies. Brandon in the corner, dumps it into Stice, skip backside to Forbes. Forbes thought about the shot, gives it back to Stice. Free throw line shot, bank no good. Rebound
Nice
Stice, she'll go up and foul. Sydney Stice, the Energizer Bunny, headed to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Her and Elsie do such a good job down there. I love whenever they're in the game together. Elsie and Sydney over the past 5 games average 15 points combined. I mean, that's really good.
As I told you, I'd figure out who that other sub was for Independence. Mariah Ballinger checks in for Independence. As the first shot from Stice is no good. Second one to come. It is up and no good. Score remains 5-0. Labette County. Rebound by Brandon. Goes inside to Sorrell. Sorrell go up and score. 7-0 Labette County. 2:30 remaining here in this first quarter. Timeout Independence. We'll take it with them. And it will be 30 seconds here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this,
there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Independence on their first possession back out of the timeout, threw it away, and Labette County turned the ball right back over with a traveling violation by Abby Ryan. Now Independence has the ball. Labette County in a 1-2-2 press, and that press causes another turnover by the Lady Bulldogs as Kaylee Thorpe travels with the basketball. Labette County right back with it.
Something I wish I talked more about was how good of a defensive team these girls are, sorry. I mean, individually they're great, along with Snyder's schemes.
Ball moves from left to right as they get the ball to Sorrell. Now inside to Stice. Stice goes up, no good. Rebound by Vale of the Lady Bulldogs, and she'll give it up to Eichison, who will push the tempo, looking to drive against Ryan. Eichison goes up, looked to be out of control a little bit, but they're going to call a blocking foul on the Lady Grizzlies as Eichison will head to the line for 2 shots, and they will get number 23, Abby Ryan, for the push. And so Eichison will head to the line trying to get the Bulldogs on the board here in this first quarter. 1:45 remaining. It's 7-0 Labette County. First shot is up and no good. Let's pause real quick for station identification here on KLKC. Eichison missed the first shot. Second one is on its way as Carson Stewart checks in, replacing Ryan after the first free throw. Shot is up from Eichison, rolls around and falls out. It literally rolled and touched every piece of that rim.
It did.
And then fell off the left, and it's out of bounds off of Labette County. So Independence will retain possession here. 1:44 to go in this first quarter of action. Ball inbounded from Eichison. She'll give it up to 15, Haley Stover. Now to Vale as Vale looks to drive and gives it back to Eichison. Eichison from 2 steps behind the 3-point line leaves it short, and an over-the-back foul against number 25, Thorpe of the Bulldogs. Make that 5 team fouls against these Bulldogs in this first quarter, and the first against Thorpe. So Lady Grizzlies with it. 1:29 on the clock, leading 7-0.
Yeah, those team fouls could start biting them here in the second quarter.
Brandon with it, looks high now to Stice, now skips it backside to Forbes. Back to Stice on the give and go. Dumps it off to Sorrell. Sorrell go up and score. What a pass, as Jack just said, from Sydney Stice to Sorrell. 9-0. Lady Grizzlies is down there 2-2-1 press. Lady Grizzlies have the ball in the corner, poked away by Forbes on a lazy pass, picked up by Carson Stewart going in for the layup. She'll go up and score. 11-0 Lady Grizzlies. 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
She stayed under control and finished the layup. Love to see that.
Eichton skips the ball all the way down the floor, as that is number 12, Vale, who goes right into the chest of Sydney Stice to draw the foul. And so she'll head to the line for 2 shots, and immediately number 43, Shelby Meyer, up off the bench, headed to the scores table, as that is only Stice's first personal foul and the 3rd team foul against the Lady Grizzlies. Shot from Vale is up. And they will say it counts, as I almost thought there was a lane violation on this near side, but they're going to say it was a little, she wasn't there quite in time. Second shot up from Vale. She is just a freshman, as she misses the second shot, so 1 of 2 at the line. 11-1 our score. Brandon with the basketball, now 38 seconds on the clock. Forbes picks up her dribble, goes inside to Meyer, and a foul by number 15, Haley Stover, with a push in the back of Brandon. Lady Grizzlies will inbound it underneath their own basket.
Yeah, Shelby does a really good job. She's very physical down there and does a good job of doing a good job on both ends, and obviously we see it there on offense.
Long pass going to be picked up by Carson Stewart. Still 30 seconds on the clock, and now a near steal by Eichison of the Bulldogs. It will stay with Labette County, so 2 times Labette County dodged a bullet of giving a little momentum here to these Lady Bulldogs.
And that's not something, well, I mean, our boys were up 10-0 first quarter and then give it up, so it'd be nice to go into the locker room here at this girls' game with a solid lead.
Meyer with the basketball, gives it back to Stewart now. Stewart looking inside. Sorrell working for post position, as they've yet to get it to her. Now to Forbes. Forbes will skip it backside to Brandon. Brandon now to the top of the key, rotate left to right. Forbes will launch the 3, no good. Rebound Eichison, and a foul on Sorrell on the rebound.
Kind of an odd foul.
A little hold on is what the official just signaled. So foul against Elsie Sorrell, her first. 4th team foul against the Lady Grizzlies. Full half-court pass here from Eichison to Vale. Vale will look to drive, and she'll put up about a 5-footer and connect. She's got all 3 for the Bulldogs, as Brandon's going to launch a full-court shot and just wide left. So at the end of 1, it is your Lady Grizzlies 11 and the Independence Bulldogs 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing,
it could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke, it's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That spells fast. Better call 911. At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
Start of the second quarter, ball is to Independence, as they'll move to left to right against this 3-2 zone of the Lady Grizzlies. And now it's number 14, Mariah Ballinger, driving baseline. They're going to get Labette County for a blocking foul, and it's going to go on number 10, Carson Stewart, make that her first personal foul and the 5th team foul against the Lady Grizzlies. Ball poked out of bounds there by Abby Ryan. Starting 5 back on the floor for the Lady Grizzlies. So it's Ryan, Stewart, Dean, Brannon, and Stice. And for the Bulldogs, their subs are still in. So it is Eichenson. It is Ballinger, Vale, and number 15, Stover. Shot up by Stover, no good. Rebound on a Dean, and they are going to get Stover for the foul, and it will be now a 1-and-1 the rest of the way out here in the second quarter, as we're just 30 seconds in.
Yeah, good thing KU's not playing tonight.
Yeah, you really wouldn't be watching the game. I only got turned on for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, so did I. Watched some in my truck, though.
Shot from Stewart is no good. Rebound controlled by Thorpe of the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs are 1 of 6 from the free throw line here in this ball game. So if they would at least hit a few of those, this might be a little bit different score right now.
Yeah, for sure. They've had their opportunities.
And a touchy foul called there against Madison Brannon. They're going to get her for a hold. These officials want to be here for a while, it looks like right now.
They do.
So that's 6 team fouls against the Lady Grizzlies, 1 against Madison Brannon as Eichenson has the basketball.
This group get paid by the hour?
I don't think so, and I don't think it pays enough to stay here this late.
Yeah.
As that is now Thorpe driving. She's looking for help, and Eichenson comes to her to get the basketball. Lady Grizzlies in a 3-2 zone. Eichenson launches a 3, no good. Rebound, Brannon of the Lady Grizzlies, and she'll give it up to Ryan as Ryan will run the floor with it. Looking back to the center floor to Brannon, near steal by the Lady Bulldogs as it moves left to right now around the perimeter. Ball tries to go inside, fake pass, comes back out. Now to Stewart on the left wing, kicks it down to the corner to Brannon, inside to Stice. Stice kicks it top key to Dean. Dean looked at the 3, and now they're going to get a 3 seconds violation on Sydney Stice. And 2 subs coming back in for Independence as it's going to be Rochelle Reichenberger and number 20, Riley Rutherford.
Yeah, Anna almost shot that 3.
I would have been okay
with it. No, yeah, I wouldn't have minded it. Just close.
Trap in the corner, Independence in trouble as they get it back to Eichenson. As Eichenson looks to be the calm in their storm right now for them, and she just continues to get the basketball and slow her team down.
Yeah, she's trying to get going.
Ball to the corner now for the Bulldogs. That is Reichenberger with it. She'll kick it out now to Thorpe. Left to right, they sit it up the ball now on the top of the circle. Just content letting the clock run as they're trying to give it to Eichenson, but Ryan in full denial. As it's Thorpe still with the basketball, she'll give it up to Rutherford. Rutherford will drive and kick it back to Thorpe. Thorpe will launch the 3 and connect, so Independence's second made field goal of the game as we are 5:34 to go here in the second quarter. Ball swings up top to Dean now. Dean with the basketball as Independence in a 3-2 zone. Ball inside to Dean and a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Labette County as Elsie Sorrell will check in replacing Anna Dean.
Yeah, that defensive possession there where Thorpe made the 3 was another really good defensive possession. Just had to help a little too much and leave her girl in the corner open.
Stewart to inbound it for the Lady Grizzlies. She'll get it into Stice at the free throw line. Skips it backside to Ryan. Ryan will launch another 3 and connect. Abby Ryan from downtown. 14-6 Lady Grizzlies. 5 minutes to go here in the half.
Yeah, her stroke had been looking good, and she's been confident. I knew one was going to fall for her tonight.
Thorpe with the basketball now. She'll go baseline with it to number 20, Rutherford, blocked out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Bulldogs as Forbes checks in to replace Sydney Stice. So 4 guards on the floor now for the Lady Grizzlies, and Sorrell playing the post. Ball to the corner to Powell. She'll launch a 3, no good. Rebound Forbes. She'll kick it up to Ryan now as Ryan will stretch it to the corner. Ball swings back to Forbes, looking inside as Forbes now up top to Brandon. Skips backside Stewart. Stewart drives baseline, goes up with the layup, and a blocking foul called on number 12, Abby Vale of the Lady Bulldogs. So 2 free throws to come here from Carson Stewart. while she gets ready to shoot her first one. Remember, every Monday at 7:30 a.m., Parson Sun sports reporter Sean Fry's weekly radio show, The War Room, on KLKC 106.7, as Stewart hits her first of 2 free throws. Second one is up and rattles it home. 2 for 2. Carson Stewart at the line. Labette County picks up the full court man-to-man pressure. Or actually, they're switching to 1-3-1, it looks like now. Steal by Brandon. Great transition there from Coach Snyder. Yep. As now Forbes has the basketball. Lady Grizzlies right back on offense, leading 16-6. Sorrell with it, sips it to Stewart. Now to Brandon in the corner. Brandon on the quick release, misses. Gets her own miss, though, and is fouled from behind, as it's going to be Brandon headed to the line for the 1-and-1, and they're going to get number 10, Reichenberger, with the foul, and it looks like that will be Reichenberger's first and the 9th team foul against the Lady Bulldogs. Brandon's first shot is up and good, and now Riley Reichenberger will replace number 10, Rochelle Reichenberger. You reckon they're sisters, Jack?
Possibly. Slim chance.
Slim chance? Okay. We'll go with that. Second shot from Brandon is up, and she rattles it home. 18-6 now, Lady Grizzlies.
And that's something else that I really love about Madison is that she'll shoot, and if she knows it's off, she'll go get it. Some shooters just start jogging back.
Skip ball backside to Rutherford. She dribbles it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Grizzlies basketball once again. 3 straight turnovers from these Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, if they don't make that 3, that Thorpe doesn't make that 3, it's 18-3. That sounds a lot worse than 18-6.
Those 3 points is amazing how big that round number makes a difference.
Yeah.
As Forbes has it now on the right wing, skips it back to Ryan, top of the key. 1-2-2 zone now from these Lady Bulldogs. Ball inside from Stewart to Sorrell. Sorrell scores it, making it 6 for her in the half. 20-6 now, Lady Grizzlies.
Yeah, Elsie's so consistent down there. Over the past 5 games, she averages 7.6 points a game and comes off the bench.
As Eichenson has the basketball guarded by Ryan, she'll skip it to Rutherford in the corner. Now back up top to Reichenberger. Reichenberger launches a 3, no good. Rebound, 5-4 between Powell and Sorrell. Jump ball held. Possession will stay with the Lady Bulldogs, as Stover will check back in for the Bulldogs, replacing number 25, Thorpe.
Yeah, and I've been taking glances at Coach Snyder, and she seems very pleased with how her ladies are playing, and rightfully so. They've been doing just about everything right up until this point.
Eichenson with the basketball, kicks it back now to Vale. Now back to Eichenson, a little 2-man game going right now as Lady Grizzlies fall into a 2-3 zone. Ball swings back to the top now to Reichenberger. She'll skip it backside to Rutherford. Rutherford to Eichenson at top of the key. Now looking down is Eichenson. She'll spin move in the lane, double teamed. Kicks it backside to Rutherford once again. Rutherford for 3, no good. Rebound, 5-4. Michaela Forbes comes out of there with the basketball. And Carson Stewart will push the ball up now to Ryan. Ryan to Brandon in the corner. Brandon for 3. No good, as Coach Cole was already expecting as he held up the 3-point signals.
Did he do that?
He did this. As he had 3-point signals in both hands.
That's funny.
As he knew what to expect. And now Jasmine Perez will check into the game for the Lady Grizzlies, as Stewart and Ryan will head to the bench, and Sydney Stice will come back in as well.
Yeah, I like that substitution. You feel like you have the game at hand, give her some good minutes.
As they get the ball now, and it's Forbes right at the court to Jasmine Perez, who puts up an awkward-looking shot from behind the basket and scores it. So Jasmine Perez immediately scores here entering this basketball game.
I could barely get her last name wrote in the book before she scored.
Trap here on this side between Perez and Brandon. They get it back to the middle to Eichenson, as she'll skip it to Rutherford, who will launch a 3. No good. Rebound saved by the Bulldogs, but poked out of bounds by Perez. So great hustle by Perez as she comes into this game.
Yeah, she's fiery, and her speed is very, very good. Her ball control's not bad either.
As Coach Snyder kind of didn't want to give the official the basketball. She held it behind her back before she gave it to him. Near steal there by Sorrell, but another held ball possession between Stover and Forbes. This time it will be Lady Grizzlies basketball, leading 22-6. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of jump balls in these games. I said it last week, proved right yet again.
As Eichenson comes away, the steal goes behind the back to get away from Perez. She'll put up the layup, no good. Foul from behind by Sydney Stice. So Vale will head to the line for a 1-and-1 as Eichison comes hopping back to half court, knowing she just missed a chance to get a layup.
Yeah, I mean, every point, especially, well, if you are Independence, is big. You need everything.
As Eichison checks out at number 24, Mercy Smith checks in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that foul that Stice just committed, the Grizzlies have 17 fouls. Whenever they had 6, not one player had 2 fouls until now.
Missed free throw by Vale. Rebound, Sorrell, as the Lady Grizzlies push the tempo now as it's Forbes into the corner to Dean, who has replaced Stice. Perez with the basketball, looking inside, skips it to Sorrell, now to Brandon. Brandon will launch the 3. It is good. Madison Brandon from downtown make that her second 3 of the game and her 8th point of the night.
Yeah, she's definitely going to meet, if not boost, her average of 3-pointers per game.
Ball now to Reichenberger, and then she'll swing it to the left side to Stover. Stover will drive. Illegal screen set by the Bulldogs, Vale, and it'll be turnover Independence. Labette County basketball leading 25-6. And Jack, if I remember right, you said a 20-point lead at half, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. No, I don't think I said that.
I think you said that something to that nature. As Forbes has it, goes to Perez in the corner, now back to Forbes. Skips it backside to Brandon. Brandon from 3 steps behind the 3-point line buries it with the defender in her face. Madison Brandon feeling it from downtown. 28-6, Lady Grizzlies.
Just bench her. Just bench her.
Pass stolen away by Dean. Lady Grizzlies with the basketball. 42 seconds now. As ball to the corner to Sorrell. Sorrell will dribble it up. Gives it to Dean now at the top of the key. Swings it to Perez, now to Brandon. As I don't think Independence might leave her now.
Yeah, oh no.
Brandon comes baseline. She's open. She's going to go for her 3rd in a row and bury it. Madison Brandon, 3 of 3 on her last 3 attempts.
It's just so fun to watch. As a basketball fan, you could watch her shoot threes all day.
And a gamble play by Michaela Forbes as she picks up the personal. So Vale head to the line for Independence. Lady Grizzlies 31. These Independence Bulldogs 6. As Lauren Forbes will replace the sharpshooter Brandon.
There you go.
And Stewart will replace Michaela Forbes.
Man.
Sharpshooter she is. Shot is up from Stover actually at the line. No good. Rebound. Lady Grizzlies pushing the tempos. They're going to give it to Dean now. Dean pulls it out, looks to Stewart. 7 seconds on the clock. Now back to Stewart. Now to Lauren. Lauren Forbes, no good. Rebound Sorrell. Now Perez launch a 3. Long and strong. An exciting half of Lady Grizzlies basketball. Halftime score. Lady Grizzlies 31 and the Lady Independence Bulldogs 6. Let's take a 2-minute timeout here on KLKC. Too late now as Independence has the ball to start the second half. It will be number 25, Thorpe, to handle the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. On the floor with her will be number 20, Riley Rutherford. Number 23, Jenna Eichison. Number 30, Riley Powell. And number 12, Abby Vale. So Vale in the starting lineup for the Lady Bulldogs. Missed three by Eichison. Rebound Rutherford and up and in. So quickly the Lady Bulldogs have scored here in this ballgame after struggling to get a possession to go down in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, that first possession, here in the second half was the best possession, in my opinion, they've had all game long.
1-2-2 press from the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Grizzlies get it across now as it's just Stice at the top of the key. She skips to Ryan backside. Ryan from downtown, no good. Rebound Eichison as Eichison quickly comes the other way, guarded by Ryan. Behind the back and a body foul against Ryan. Coach Snyder says, I like it, just don't reach.
Yeah, she was getting ready to get beat and not really hooked her, but stuck that right arm kind of into her belly, which is enough to blow the whistle.
So 2 personal fouls on Abby Ryan, the first one of the half on the Lady Grizzlies. As it is Powell with the Thorpe with the basketball. She looked to get away with a carry there, but she's guarded by Brannon right now as Brannon will scoot up on the pressure. Brought her second hand to the ball and nothing was called.
Nope.
And now Thorpe has the basketball and dumps it off to Eichison, guarded by Ryan. Eichison looking to drive. She finds a little seam, backs out now and skips it backside. 3-ball launched by Thorpe, no good. Rebound saved by Powell and taken away by Brandon. Saved to Stewart. Now up the floor to a running Dean.
Nice look.
Dean lays it in for 2. Lady Grizzlies on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, Dean's first points of the game, and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet she ends up with 7-8 points.
1-2-2 press from the Lady Grizzlies as it looks like they should be getting close to a 10-second call now.
Walking.
Eichison has the basketball, and now she skips it up the floor to Thorpe. 1-2-2 press, or 1-2-2, I don't even know. Matchup?
It was like man on the outside, but zone on the inside.
Missed shot there from Eichison, cleaned up by Rutherford. As now it's Ryan with the basketball, and the Lady Bulldogs pick up their press. 1-2-2 press full court. Now they skip it to Dean. Now backside to Brandon. Brandon skips it the other way to Stice. High pass saved by Ryan.
Nice hustle.
Picked up by by Thorpe. As Thorpe now kick it up to Rutherford. Now back to Thorpe. Thorpe inside to Powell. Off Powell's fingertips. Turnover Bulldogs. Press coming once again from these Lady Bulldogs as Forbes will check in, replacing Ryan.
Yeah, good hustle there by Abby. That's one of those saves probably won't go your way once you get it in bounds, but the hustle inside of you still got to make it.
Ball to the middle to Stice, backside to Brandon now as they break the pressure with ease. Now to Dean, back inside to Brandon. Brandon with the layup, almost had it go home as it's rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs as Eichison will bring it up the floor. She goes behind the back. She handles the ball pretty well, Jack.
She likes that behind the back move.
As Rutherford has it now, she'll drive base or middle, puts up the floater, gets it to roll home. So quickly the Lady Bulldogs have 12 points here in this half.
Yeah, Rutherford's got all 6 here in the third quarter, which is double more than their top scorers in the first half.
I don't know what Coach Cole said at halftime, but he got after these girls, and they've come ready to play the second half as Dean misses the 2-footer inside, kicks it out to Brandon. The sharpshooter misses this time, rebound by Stice, and lays it home as nobody accounted for Sydney Stice crashing the boards.
Yeah, she's had multiple offensive rebounds and decent looks off some of those, but her first one, she just got to follow her first points.
Rutherford trapped in the corner, throws it away and out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs, and it's Lady Grizzly basketball. As number 14, Ballinger will check in, replacing Vale. And Jasmine Perez will check in here to replace Carson Stewart. So on the floor now is Sorrel Stice as Sorrel replaces Dean. And it's Forbes and Brandon along with Perez.
I'm getting made fun of over here for twirling my spaghetti while waiting. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I'm not watching. I'm not even looking at you. As Sorrel goes up and is fouled, and that foul goes on number 23, Jenna Eichison, as Sorrel will head to the line for 2 shots, and that is Eichison's first personal foul. First shot is up and no good. Second one to come here for Sorrel. And it's rare to see a miss from Sorrell.
Yeah.
She's usually pretty good at the free throw line. Ooh. She rolled that one all the way around the rim and home. 36-12 now, Lady Grizzlies. And they're still in the pressure as Rutherford drives sideline, puts up a running floater, no good. Rebound, Forbes. And now Brandon coming back the other way, kicks it to Stice. Now Stice looks at a cutting Brandon, now back to Forbes. They'll move it over to the right side of the floor and inside to Stice through Stice's hands. And it is Lady Bulldog basketball. That was a good look there from Perez, just right through Stice's hands.
Now on the Grizzly offensive side, it doesn't seem like anybody really takes more than like 3 dribbles a possession. They're really good at moving the ball and finding good looks.
Ball over to Ballinger as she's trapped, and a held ball between Brandon and Ballinger, and it's Labette County basketball here. 3:56 to go in the third quarter. It's all Lady Grizzlies, 36-12, as Shelby Meyer checks in, replacing Sydney Stice.
I got a little play drawn up here. They stacked up.
As Brandon gets basketball headed full head of steam towards the basket, puts up a floater and connects, so she can also go inside to score, and she shows the Bulldogs there. 38-12 now, Lady Grizzlies, as they're in their 1-2-2 press.
Yeah, it's 16 on the night for Brandon. She's just been an absolute stud the past month.
Eichison tries to go sideline, turnover, Lady Bulldogs, and a sub comes in to replace Ballinger, as now that is number 10, Rochelle Reichenberger, who started the first half but was sat to start the second. Ball backside to Forbes. She gets the ball under possession now and looks down low to Meyer. Goes inside to Meyer. Meyer will go strong and score. Great move there by Shelby Meyer of the Lady Grizzlies. 40-12 now, Labette County.
Yeah, it was. She took what's called that power dribble and used her body and got good position, laid in the easy deuce. Nice defense by Jasmine.
Steal by Perez, gives it up to Brandon. Now back inside from Forbes to Brandon. Brandon will score in the post. 30-point Lady Grizzly lead, 42-12.
Yeah, a lot of these points are coming off defense. It's just choking right now, and they're still picking them up at half court, waiting on that trap.
As ball moves left to right, tipped by Perez, controlled by Eichison, skips it backside to Powell, now outside to Thorpe for 3, no good. Rebound Sorrell, and gives it up to Forbes, as Forbes pushes it up to Brandon. Brandon to the corner to Meyer. As Meyer looks, gets it back up top to Sorrell, now looking to the sideline to Perez, to the corner now to Brandon. Great ball movement continuing for the Lady Grizzlies. As Sorrell gets post position, just a pass off the mark, taken away by Eichison. She's looking up the floor, guarded by Forbes. As she crosses over and is fouled by Forbes, as that is Forbes' first personal foul, as Abby Ryan's set to check back in for the Lady Grizzlies, as she will get Madison Brandon, and Carson Stewart will replace Michaela Forbes. And now Anna Dean will replace Elsie Sorrell. And so it's Perez, Meyer, Dean, Stewart, and Ryan. Eichison with the basketball. Labette County in a man-to-man defense here now, as Eichison's picked up all the way at the logo at center court. She'll step back behind the screen for 3 and bury it. I know she's capable of that because I've seen her do it several times, especially when I remember reffing in JV basketball, watching her as a freshman. I'm thinking, okay, this girl's pretty good.
Yeah, one had to fall. Those are just her first points of the night, which I wouldn't have guessed she'd just have 3 with 2 minutes left in the third.
As a foul on the inside away from the basketball, as that will go on number 30, Riley Powell, for an arm in the back of Dean. Lady Grizzlies basketball out underneath, as now number 12, Abby Vale, will check in for the Bulldogs and replace number 30, Riley Powell, who just committed the foul.
Yeah, after the Bulldogs on the offensive end, whenever I believe it was somebody shot a 3 and it's like, man, I got an open look. I got to take advantage of it. So anytime they even have a seam, they're going to try and make something happen because this defense isn't allowing much.
Ball moving left to right. Shelby Meyer being double teamed on the inside as they still get it into her. She goes up strong and is fouled. So Meyer will head to the line now for 2 shots. Lady Grizzlies leading 42-15 with 1:40 to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, and another nice feed there by Jasmine Perez. She was in a little bit of a hustle and bustle over there in the corner. Stayed under control, threw it over the top of both defenders, and found Meyer, who ended up getting fouled.
As Meyer's first shot was no good, second one to come. Takes her dribble, shot is up and good. Shelby Meyer on the board once again here for these Lady Grizzlies as it's 43-15. Labette County as Independence drives sidelines, finds the backside to Reichenberger on the block as the Lady Grizzlies were just a touch late getting there as they'll get Jasmine Perez for the foul. So Rochelle Reichenberger will head to the line for 2 shots. As the shot is up and no good, leaves it short. Lady Bulldogs have not been impressive from the free throw line here tonight as they are 1 of 7 from the line with the 8th one to come. 9th one to come?
Yeah, I just now wrote it down. This is the 9th shot, yes.
Okay. So the 9th one is up and good. So 2 of 9 are the Lady Bulldogs from the free throw line, trailing 43-16. Madison Brandon back in the game for Jasmine Perez. As it's Stewart with the basketball, swings it to Ryan on top of the logo. Now to the corner to Brandon. Ball swings back up top, moving left to right. Shot is up and no good. And now it is Eichison with the basketball looking to drive. She kicks it backside, but she will travel before the pass. Turnover Bulldogs. And it will be Lady Grizzly basketball, 43-16, 1 minute to go now.
What's a running clock, 30?
30, so 30. We need a 3.
All right, Brandon.
As Brandon on cue will launch the 3, no good. Rebound Ryan, she'll kick it to Stewart in the corner. As now Ryan with the basketball goes inside to Meyer, stolen away, and a foul committed by Anna Dean on the reach-in. As they will get Dean with the foul. Coach Schneider just kind of shakes her head like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't even see her back there.
As that's 2 personal fouls on Dean. So she's not in foul trouble like we've seen the last couple games, which is a good sign for the Lady Grizzlies. But now Dean steals it away and gives it up to Brandon. 33 seconds now on the clock, 43-16 Labette County. As Ryan has it now and gives it back to Brandon. Guarded by Eichison. She'll swing it top key to Dean. Backside to Stewart, inside to Myers. They're double teaming Meyer. Stewart should have probably shot it there, but she elected to try and make the pass and poked out from behind by Stewart as Independence will retain possession. 43-16 again, 16 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter. It's been all Lady Grizzlies still just being a dominating team on the defensive end. That's where the offense has been coming from.
Yeah.
Pass inside taken away by Ryan as they'll look to run the floor. As Ryan will look to go coast to coast, have the ball poked out with 11 seconds left. So Lady Grizzlies will get a chance here to run an out-of-bounds play trying to score.
Yeah, the quarter I go get spaghetti. There's not one timeout called the whole quarter.
I'm glad it can sit there and get cold.
Jeez, Will, wow.
Ball up top to Ryan now as Ryan kicks it to Stewart. Stewart to the corner to Brandon. Brandon will launch a contested 3. Almost rolls home. And a rebound. Stewart will launch a 3 now at the buzzer and bank it home. Carson Stewart hits the bank 3. So at the end of 3, it is your Lady Grizzlies 46 and these Lady Bulldogs 16. We'll be back in 60 seconds on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this,
There's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
this whole fourth quarter as it's Lady Grizzlies 46 and the Independence Bulldogs 16. Eichison with the basketball, swings it to the far side to Reichenberger, now to the corner to Stover, who will launch a three and no good. Rebound Rutherford, and scores it. Rutherford has come to play in this second half.
She's got 8.
As she's paced the Bulldogs with 8 points. Ball now up to Ryan. She'll skip it over to the top of the key as Lady Grizzlies still have their top 7-8 in the game. Here as it's Brandon now at the basketball, swings it to Ryan. Ryan guarded closely. She'll dribble it up and give it up to Sorrell. Now back to Michaela Forbes on the backside. She'll skip past to Ryan. Now to a cutting Stice. Stice takes one dribble, looks backside to Forbes. Now to Brandon. Brandon pump fakes the three, looks to drive, dumps it into Sorrell. Sorrell will go up and be fouled, so Elsie Sorrell will head to the line here for 2 shots.
Let's see who fouled her there.
As they get that foul on number 33. Well, there is no 33.
Yeah.
They haven't changed it on the board yet. As the first shot is no good. As that foul goes on number 15, Haley Stover, and she'll check out. And Mariah Ballinger will check in for the Bulldogs. 46-18 our score running clock. And Sorrell will step to the line for her second shot, and she misses both. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Vale. She'll kick it over to Eichison, and she'll look to push the tempo here. As she steps back, looks to cross over. Ryan does, puts up a floater and is fouled. So Stice picks up what I believe is her 4th foul. It's only her 3rd, I guess. I'm taking a guess. You're the one with the book over there, man.
Yeah, I had 3 also, but after you said that, I thought maybe I missed one or
Oh,
something.
I make you second guess?
Yeah.
As that's 3 on Stice. And Lauren Forbes will set to check in for the Lady Grizzlies as Eichison misses her free throw. And Lauren Forbes will replace Abby Ryan. So sisters on the floor. So if you hear Forbes twice, think they're passing the ball.
Yeah, and are both Reichenbergers on the floor? I don't know.
I don't think, no, number 4 is not out there.
That would have been interesting.
A second shot from Eichison is good. 46-19 the score. Lady Grizzlies with the basketball. As now Forbes has the basketball, swings it to Brandon. Now the other side to sister Forbes as that's Lauren with the basketball and kicks it to Stice. Lauren back with it, goes inside to Brandon. Jump ball between Brandon and Rutherford. It will stay with the Lady Grizzlies here. 5 minutes to go as this time really does fly when the clock just gets to run.
Yeah, it does. On Indy, there are the Reichenberger sisters and there are the Ballinger sisters. That's kind of interesting. 2 sets of sisters on the same team.
That is really interesting. I didn't even look that far down the lineup.
Yeah.
Ball skips backside to Lauren Forbes. She has the basketball, skips it back to sister Michaela. Now the corner to Brandon. Now up high to Sorrell, inside to Stice. Stice goes to skip it backside, but is hit on the arm. So out of bounds, possession will stay with Labette County. Coach Schneider just giving high fives all the way down the bench.
Yeah, I mean, she's been all smiles all night long. This has just been a great game. I mean, defense just outstanding, offense really efficient inside and out. She has every right to be high-fiving her players down there.
She even high-fived the coaches.
Oh, there you go. Maybe they drew something up tonight.
Ball inbounds to Stice. She'll kick it to Michaela Forbes. Inside to Brandon it goes. Saved by Michaela now. Back to Brandon. As Brandon takes one step trying to get her balance. Turnover, Labette County. And there's been very few of those tonight for these Lady Grizzlies, which is a high note. And a whole host of subs coming in for Labette County at the next dead ball.
Now I got to write more names.
Oh, yeah, they're all coming in, buddy. As Brandon's guarding number 10, Reichenberger, right now, and she'll kick it over to the side to Vale. Vale will look to drive, does a crossover, puts up a floater in the lane, blocked by Stice. And now Brandon has it going the other way. She'll give it up to Lauren Forbes. Lauren now to Sorrell in the corner. Swing it left to right are the Lady Grizzlies as now Michaela has it on the right side of the floor into the corner. Sorrell will launch it long and strong. And a foul called on Madison Brandon as she got the arm of Eichison. And now it will be Paige Schomburg, Kinsey Garton, Claire Carnahan, and Madison Sprague on the floor replacing Sorrell, Brandon, Stice, and Michaela Forbes. So Lauren Forbes will stay on the floor with this group of girls. Great defense there by Lauren as they kick it now to the Independence Bulldogs Vale. She'll give it up to Reichenberger. Lady Grizzlies stay in man-to-man with this JV group, and Rutherford drives the lane against Claire Carnahan. Claire will draw the foul here. 2:33 to go as Rutherford will head to the line for 2 shots.
I can't remember what game was it where LC made that 3 from the corner.
Last game.
Okay. Yeah, and we were like, yeah, I mean, she can shoot
It was
from there.
that shot was a little bit rushed.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
say
it
that.
was. Yeah,
it was guarded and rushed. Second shot from Rutherford is up and in. 46-21. Lady Grizzlies here. Running clock is in effect here. 2 minutes to go. Sprague with the basketball. Kicks it back to Lauren Forbes inside now to Schomburg. Now outside to Garton. Garton will skip it backside to Sprague. Sprague looks inside now and gives it up to Carnahan. Sprague will cut to the basket. They don't get it to her. Knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Grizzlies.
The bench is probably going to want Madison Sprague to shoot a 3. She made one, or I think just one.
One last game.
Yeah.
Forbes trying to get the basketball in. They get a 5-second call against
quick.
It was a little quick against the Lady Grizzlies. As Independence will inbound it now. Still trailing 46-21 as Eichison has the basketball for the Lady Bulldogs, guarded by Lauren Forbes. As she'll kick it out now to Reichenberger. Now back to Vale as a little weave motion coming here for these Lady Bulldogs as it's Powell driving baseline. And a foul called on Paige Schomburg for a hand in the hip. So a 1-and-1 here for these Lady Bulldogs. 50 seconds now to go as the student section starts their chance.
It's packed.
I think they could have started a little bit earlier as that student section is filled. And a tied ball, jump ball held between Schomburg and Vale. It will stay with the Lady Bulldogs now. 32 seconds on the clock. Ball inbounded to Powell. As she'll kick it up top to Vale. Now back to Eichson. Eichson will launch a 3. No good. Rebound chased down by the Bulldogs. Put up and connect with it is Abby Vale. Now it's Sprague with the basketball. 46-23. 11 seconds on the clock. Ball to the corner to Carnahan. Now back up top to Garton. As Forbes will look to dribble it out as we are at 2-1. And that is the ball game. Number 1
great
game of the night. Lady Grizzlies 46, Lady Bulldogs 23. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on KLKC.
keep it close, score. Oh man, that's tough. I mean, I don't know. I'd maybe be able to tell you after the first or second quarter, but
I'll ask you again at halftime. We'll give you until half to figure out. Is it a packed crowd here in the student section? Student section completely filled up. Independence has 4 rows of student section here, and so good student attendance here tonight for this matchup. Independence sporting road blacks with orange numbering, and look at this, Jack. The big Davion Lewis isn't jumping for Independence. Instead, it's going to be number 11, T.J. Turner, tipping the basketball against Ethan Jamison.
Yeah, we had that same scenario against Coffeyville. Their tallest, biggest player didn't jump.
As Turner wins the tip for the Bulldogs, it will be Bulldogs' first possessions. McGrath will bring it up for them. Labette County comes out man-to-man as Brock's going to guard Lewis, and Lewis immediately goes into the chest of Brock. They're going to say it is on the floor. So quick foul number 1 on Trent Brock, and Lewis made his presence felt here early.
Yeah, 9 seconds in and a foul. Foul trouble is one of the last things you want for the Grizzlies.
As Farley launches a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound Turner, and he'll kick it out to Page, who will swing it now to McGrath. Stolen away by Falkenstein. Falkenstein 2-on-1, finds Heston on the backside. Heston decides to pull it out. Hits Jamison. Jamison launches the 3, leaves it short. Rebound McGrath, and the Bulldogs come back the other way.
Okay. Good little defensive possession there.
Farley inside to the big Lewis. Lewis guarded well by Brock. Stolen away, though, by Jamison. And Grizzlies 2 turnovers on their first 2 defensive possessions.
Yeah, very aggressive. Good job there by Luke. Good ball pressure.
As Jamison gives the ball up to Brock. Now Falkenstein with it, looks to drive against Page. Pump fakes, gives it up to Ethan. Ethan now working against McGrath. Up top to Heston. Heston uses a screen from Jamison, gives it back now. Jamison wanting a screen. Instead, he's going to hand it off to Falkenstein and get the team in the offense.
Did you enjoy your spaghetti between games, Will?
I still haven't got to finish it, but it's all right. Ball up top to Heston. Heston will launch a 3, no good. So 0 of 2 from 3 are the Grizzlies here in the starting 2 minutes. As they are out in a 2-3 zone now versus Bulldog offense, as they are outsized on the inside, so this is going to be their way to defend it. As Jones is playing the center of the 2-3, so he's guarding Lewis right now. Ball inside to Turner, and a foul called on the floor, and then we'll see who they get with this foul.
Luke or Trent down there. I hope it's Luke.
As it is Luke, as Luke picks up his first personal. So 2 team fouls, 1 against Brock, 1 against Falkenstein. Independence set to inbound it as McGrath gives it to Page in the corner. Now back to McGrath. As McGrath does shoot the 3 fairly well, so they don't want to leave him wide open in this ball game.
Yeah, I remember watching him last year. He's a really good player. He'll get up in your grill on defense, too.
As McGrath launches the 3 after I said it, and he hits. Heston guarded it, but McGrath still strokes it. That's the senior staying calm in the shot. As Labette County down 3-0 here, 3 minutes in. Heston swings the ball over to Falkenstein. Now Jones cutting to the center of the floor as Turner does not let Jones go where he wants. Ball now over to Jamison at the top of key, back to Falkenstein. As now Falkenstein looks to drive, puts up the floater. He will have 2 shots as the foul goes on number 21, Jackson Page of the Bulldogs. Falkenstein with 2 free throws to come.
Yeah, I love that take. Whether he makes both these or misses both of these, I want to see him do it again. I really wanted to see him be more aggressive, as you did. I believe it was him that you said you wanted in the second half to really show, and I love that drive there.
As first free throw from Falkenstein is up, one of the more reliable free throw shooters on this team for these Grizzlies as he hits the first of 2.
I believe he's their leading free throw shooter.
Second one to come. It is up and good. 3-2 our score here early in this first quarter as McGrath will bring it up for the Bulldogs.
I'm surprised Luke didn't miss that free throw after I said that. I wasn't even thinking.
Well, that's good. Don't think anymore. Turner with it on the baseline, kicks it down to McGrath, who will launch his second 3 and connect. 2 of 2 is the senior Jaden McGrath in this ball game.
Well, that could be a bit of an issue, couldn't it?
I thought he shot it pretty well for the last 2 years. Now he might shoot it even better this year. As now Falkenstein gives it up to Heston. Now up top to Jones. Now back to Heston. Heston working against Farley. Now back up top to Falkenstein, around the perimeter to Jamison. Labette County in their home whites with golden numerals across their chest. Heston has it, gives it back to Jamison, guarded closely by McGrath. Jamison drives, puts up a shot from in the lane, no good. Rebound pulled away by Trent Brock as he gets it to Falkenstein. Falkenstein puts up a floater in the lane and gets it to roll home. Falkenstein, the 4 points for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2 now is Labette County as they're back into a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, we see who make that basket possible again.
Trent Brock.
He is so good at that.
Ball now to Farley on the wing, inside to Turner. Turner immediately dives to the basket and scores. Trent careful there not to pick up that second foul.
Yeah, I think that may have been played a part in why he just turned his shoulders.
One key factor right now is Nathan Smith not on the floor for the Grizzlies, sitting out this first quarter by team decision. And so Grizzlies just have to stay within striking distance, get their leading scorer on the floor. Jones will launch the three, hits the front iron and no good. Rebound McGrath of the Bulldogs. Page now drive, dish it in to Turner's, punched out of Turner's hands by Brock. Jones will run the floor, go up for the layup, stripped out by McGrath, stays with Labette County.
Yeah, Austin, he's going to be a very crucial part in this game if the Grizzlies are going to have a shot at it at the end. He got that final shot against Coffeyville in overtime to tie the game. I know he was pretty excited about that. I was talking to him about it afterwards. Today after school, he said, I thought it was in.
Heston with the basketball kicks it over to Falkenstein. Now Falkenstein will go corner to Jones. Jones will swing it up to Jamison. Jamison working against McGrath, gives it back to Falkenstein. Screen set for Falkenstein as Brock just gets ran over as that foul is going to go on number 10, Braden Collar of the Bulldogs. His first, team first for the Bulldogs as Chase Carnahan checks in, replacing Austin Jones.
Yeah, you usually don't see Trent fall much. It's hard to knock down the Brock wall.
You stole my line.
Well, I mean, I was partially bringing it back up to give you credit.
All right.
I thought that was pretty good.
Ball swings now back to the top of key to Heston as Falkenstein's getting a screen from Jamison. Falkenstein now looking back to Jamison, gets Jamison on the back door, but they're going to say Falkenstein traveled first, drug his pivot foot. Turnover, Labette County, 8-4 the score. That's only the first turnover, I think, by the Grizzlies here, if I can remember right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's pretty good. 5 minutes in, just one turnover. I'll take that ratio.
Collar with the basketball, looks inside for Lewis, guarded by Brock, kicks it top key to Turner. Turner will attack the center, misses the shot, pulled down by Jamison. Grizzlies still within 4 as the freshman now, Ewing's going to get up and head into the game.
The 6'5" freshman.
6'5" freshman, not a traditional freshman by any means. And he is athletic and coordinated too. As I remember watching him in football, and he could sling it for a quarterback in football too.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. I forgot that he was their quarterback.
Ball out to Jamison, kicks it over to Brock at the top of the key. Jamison running baseline as Carnahan gives it to Heston. Heston will launch a three, no good. Rebound, fought for, pulled away by Turner of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a decent look. I'm still waiting on Eli to have a game like Madison does in the girls' game, just where he just hits 4 or 5. I know he can do it. He just hasn't yet.
Labette County switches to man-to-man defense now with Carnahan guarding Collar. Collar gives it back now to Farley, guarded by Heston. Kick to the side to McGrath. McGrath already 2 of 2 from the three-point line. Inside they go to Lewis, and a foul called on Brock. 2 fouls on Brock. No Smith in this first quarter. We'll see what Coach Argerbright decides to do.
Yeah, I was getting ready to mention that. I'm curious to see if he'll bring Smith in to replace Trent or not. Still in.
As Andrew Jamison sheds the top, and he will check in as now Easton Ewing has the ball in the post, goes up over Ethan Jamison, draws the foul, so Ewing will head to the line for 2 shots. And make that Jamison's first personal foul. 4 team fouls already here in this quarter against Labette County. As Ewing's first shot is up and good. Smooth looking stroke there from the 6'5" freshman from the free throw line as Brock checks out now with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Grizzlies up to this point are just getting bullied down there. Independence is getting to the free throw line at will.
Second shot from Ewing is up and good, so keep in mind now Two 6'5" guys on the floor for Independence. One's a senior, one's a freshman, Davion Lewis and Easton Ewing. So a big 5 on the floor now for these Bulldogs inside.
Yeah, and both 6'5" players are good athletic basketball players. Not always are the biggest people the best players, but these two are good.
Ball up top to Jamison, now over to Falkenstein, as they're going to call Falkenstein for the double dribble.
That's uncharacteristic.
As I thought Falkenstein may have dropped the ball before he dribbled, but they're going to say he dribbled first. And so Labette County chooses to stay in man-to-man against the 2-6-5 guys. Andrew Jamison will take one. Ethan Jamison will take the other. McGrath will drive, kick it to the corner as Cole launches the three. No good. Rebound by Andrew. Gives it up to brother Ethan as Ethan looks to run the floor here for the Grizzlies. Gives it up to Eli. Now Eli over to Carnahan. Swings it back to Jamison. Ethan looks to drive, spins around, gives it back to Falkenstein. Screen set for Heston. Good defense here by the Bulldogs early in this game. As we are under 1 minute to play now, 10-4 our score.
Yeah, they're not allowing anything inside the three-point line even, not just the paint.
As Falkenstein drives, puts up a floater, no good. And Falkenstein picks up his second personal foul as he fouls McGrath a long ways from the basket.
Yeah, Coach Green used to get on to us for that in grade school. He'd always yell at me, 3, you're 40 foot from the basket, what are you doing?
As it is 10-4 Independence, 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. 5 team fouls for Labette County. McGrath looks to drive against Falkenstein. Fadeaway shot from McGrath, smooth stroke, and scores it. 12-4 now, Independence, as Heston brings it up for Labette County.
Yeah, McGrath is pretty clean, isn't he? It's just kind of like poetry.
Tried to get it to Falkenstein. Turnover Labette County once again as Heston has it, dishes it off to Lewis. Now backside to Cole. Cole lays it in and scores. Great passing there by the Bulldogs. 14-4 Independence as Jamison has the basketball now. Looking for the screens. He's going to pull up over Lewis. Lewis got a hand on it. So at the end of the first quarter, it is the Independence Bulldogs 14, Labette County Grizzlies 4. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on KLKC.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery, in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if he didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had my surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
Grizzlies with the first possession of the second quarter as Heston's looking to drive and get in the lane. He cannot. Kicks it out to Nathan Smith, who is in the ball game now for these Grizzlies. Heston will launch a three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Page of the Bulldogs. Loose ball on the deck. Grizzlies are on it as Heston controls it. Goes up against McGrath and draws the foul on the floor. So on the floor now for the Grizzlies, it's Ethan Jamison, Andrew Jamison, Nathan Smith, Luke Falkenstein, and Eli Heston.
One thing Eli did there that I like seeing him do that he doesn't do much of, he used his body and leaned into McGrath and gave him a better look, which drew the foul.
Ball inbounded to Andrew Jamison. He'll swing up to brother Ethan. As now Falkenstein has it at the top of the key, swings it over to Jamison now. As now Ethan has it guarded closely by Cole. Now he'll kick it out to Eli. Eli kicks it back up top to Falkenstein out on the logo as he'll call out the play call. Screen set for Nathan. Nathan has the basketball. Looks to go one-on-one with Turner, and he gets the foul on Turner. Labette County basketball out underneath, as that is Independence' 4th team foul, and the 1st team foul on TJ Turner as Farley checks in to replace McGrath, as Farley replaced the wrong guy. Coach Lanning didn't waste any time letting him know that.
Yeah, he did not like that. He's not a happy man.
As Ethan now gives the ball up to Falkenstein. Falkenstein working against the smaller Page. They're about the same size, but I don't think there's much difference between the two right now.
Yeah, no.
Ball up top to Andrew now, so he'll swing it over to Smith. Smith will get downhill. He'll go up and score the layup. So Nathan Smith scores here early in this second quarter. 14-6 our score.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's not in foul trouble, you know, playing that first quarter. That's one way to look at it.
Turner pulls up for free throw line, no good as he follows his missed shot. Steps out of bounds, though. Possession to Labette County off the miss.
Yeah, pretty fortunate there. I mean, who was it that shot that? Whoever it was made a very, very good hustle to go get their own board, went in between two Grizzlies, and had a chance to get it. So you got to put a body on somebody no matter how outmatched you are.
As Falkenstein has it, 14-6 our score. Labette County trying to claw back into this game as Falkenstein swings it over to Nathan Smith. Smith now up top to Jamison. Now over to Falkenstein. Falkenstein looking inside, now kicks it back top key to Jamison. Now backside Heston. Heston pump fakes, pull up from free throw line, no good. Rebound pulled away by Farley, and Independence is out. Farley now up for a layup, no good. Cole tries to follow. Farley gets it back, and they're going to get a foul against Luke Falkenstein, as it looked like Falkenstein has his hand on the ball, but they're going to say he had him on for the block. So make that 3 personal fouls against Luke Falkenstein, and so Chase Carnahan will check in to replace him.
Yeah, Eli should have shot that 3 down there. He shoots a lot better off the catch than he does the dribble.
Ball inbounded from Cole. As now Page has the top of the key, guarded by Carnahan. Labette County back in man-to-man. As Easton Ewing is in the game, Lewis is out, so only 1-6-5 guy on the floor now for these Bulldogs. Rebound, Andrew Jamison. As Collar will head to the table to check in at the next dead ball for Independence. As Smith drives, kicks it out to Jamison. Jamison pump fakes the 3, pulls up from free throw line, no good. Rebound by Cole of the Bulldogs.
That's just such a tough shot. I mean, I know he takes them, and whenever he makes them, I'm happy, but it's just tough.
As Cole has the basketball, swings it back up to Farley. Man-to-man still for these Bulldogs. Now to Page, now back to Cole, swinging around the perimeter of the Bulldogs. No downward action yet from them as they're looking inside for the freshman. As Farley continues to look in there, kicks it back to Cole. Not bad defense here from the Grizzlies right now as a steal nearly taken away by Ethan. As now they'll get it inside to Turner, double teamed. They're going to get a hold.
What more can he do?
And we're going to see who the official signals it on.
Andrew, I think.
As they are going to get it on number 15, Andrew Jamison, as that is Jamison's first personal foul. And the 7th team foul is Zach Stauffer, number 22, is going to check into the ball game for the Grizzlies and replace Andrew Jamison.
Yeah, that call right there kind of reminds me of, I don't know why, the cylinder call that they have in college ball. It's just, I don't really understand that, but whatever. I'm not the man in charge. Free throw long, no good. Rebound Grizzlies as Will's situating something.
Carnahan has the basketball, guarded closely by Collar. Now to Smith as he drives and kicks it to Heston. As the Grizzlies, when they catch on the perimeter, Jack, they just don't look ready to shoot it right there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would have been mad if Eli shoots that right there.
No, they've got to get up 60 shots a game if they're going to stay in some games.
I agree with that.
As Heston misses that 3, rebound saved by Zach Stauffer, and he gets it back out to Carnahan. Now Jamison will launch a three. As he would have hit that, that's a momentum shift for these Grizzlies.
Off that hustle play.
And another miss by the Grizzlies from deep. As McGrath wide open, he'll stroke it, no good. Rebound Heston, 14-6 our score halfway through this second quarter. As now Smith has it, kicks it over to Ethan Jamison. Now inside looking for Smith, turnover Labette County on the pick and roll. As McGrath will slow it down here and bring it up, still leading 14-6 are the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, as bad and outmatched as it kind of feels right now, they're in the game.
Yeah.
Independence hasn't scored for a little bit.
As Caller drives and on Jack's cue, Independence scores 16-6 the score as Caller drives and finds a crease, and full timeout. Head coach Bradley Argabright will take it with him. 60 seconds on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line.
While we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this,
There's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Grizzly basketball as Austin Jones checks into the game, replacing Ethan Jamison. As Heston's the point guard now, as he'll kick it down low to Nathan Smith. Now up top to Chase Carnahan. Carnahan looks to drive, kicks it over to Heston. Heston drags the foot and travels. Turnover, Labette County.
Yeah, that's one of those travels where you don't feel it, but you know the ref sees it. It's happened to me plenty of times.
As McGrath has the basketball, Labette County trailing by 10 here. Again, 10 feels like a lot more than what it really is. Grizzlies just need to get something going on offense. Held to 6 points in this first half so far. Page kicks it to Collar. Now Collar down to McFarley in the corner. McFarley drives against Stauffer, puts it up, blocked by Smith. Lewis with it, puts up a tough shot over Smith and connects. 12-point Bulldog lead here, 18-6, 2:26 remaining in the half.
Yeah, that is a tough shot. I mean, those hook shots aren't easy.
Heston with it, kicks it out to Jones. Jones will look to drive, gets it out to Carnahan now. Carnahan now up top to Heston. Now to Smith. Smith looks for something as it is a matchup zone being played here by these Bulldogs. Ball now outside to Heston.
Good defense.
The Independence Bulldog defense has been impressive here in this first half. And now an offensive foul called against Labette County. And it will go against number 5, Eli Heston. As that is Heston's first personal foul as Stauffer checks out and Jamison checks in. Labette County again held to 6 points in the half. Only 1 minute and 50 seconds remain.
Yeah, they've had a few possessions that have been very, very long, just like the one there, and then it doesn't end in a bucket.
As McGrath has it, looks to drive against Heston, kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis will shoot the three, no good. Rebound Carnahan of the Grizzlies. And now Nathan Smith will bring the ball up the floor for Labette County as he looks to drive against Cole, loses the dribble and kicks it out to Jones. He'll skip it cross court to Eli Heston. Now Jones will curl the screen, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Cole of Independence. And it looks like McGrath will bring it up for Independence. 1 minute to go here in this first half, 18-6, Independence. Crossover, go up and score is McGrath, no good. Rebound, Heston, as Heston pushes the tempo, tries to get it to Carnahan. Turnover once again, Labette County.
Yeah, that was a nice curl off that screen by Austin. That's one thing I like about him is that he's not mechanical. You don't want to be mechanical in sports, but he does those things right. That's a time and place where you want to be mechanical towards the game of basketball, and that was a nice read.
As Trent Brock checks in, replacing Chase Carnahan. So Brock needs to be careful here not to pick up his third foul. As Lewis, guarded by Smith, kicks it out to McGrath. Now right back inside to Lewis, double team. Now back out to McGrath. 30 seconds now on the clock. McGrath now over to Collar. Collar guarded by Jones. Collar will kick it out to Cole. Now swings it right to Page. Page will drive on Jamison. Blocked out of bounds by Smith and Jamison as they both got there for the block. So 18 seconds on the clock. 18-6 our score. As Independence is needing, or Labette County is needing to stop Independence right here. Independence needs to miss a shot.
Yeah, that was a nice duo block there by Ethan and Nathan. Batman and Robin action.
Nice saying there, Jack. I'll give you that.
Appreciate
Lewis
it.
with it inside, goes up against Smith as they're going to call the foul on Jamison as Jamison looked to reach before the shot. So it should be a 1-and-1 to come as Ethan Jamison gets called for the foul. That is his second. A shot from Lewis is up and no good. So by the old basketball wise tale, but ball never lies, he missed it, so maybe it wasn't a foul.
Yeah, you say that a lot in pickup basketball, you know.
As Lewis's second shot to come here, 13.9 seconds remain in the first half. Shot is up and good for Lewis. 19-6 the score now. As Trent Brock will bring the ball up the floor now for these Grizzlies as Smith has it. 8 seconds on the clock. Smith will drive, go up into Turner and miss. Rebound Smith, he'll go up and go again and score. So at the end of the first half, it is the Independence Bulldogs 19, Labette County 8. Let's take a 2-minute timeout here on KLKC. Falkenstein, Heston, Jamison, and Smith for Labette County. And it will be Farley, Turner, McGrath, Page, and Lewis for these Bulldogs, as Farley will bring it up for Independence, guarded by Jamison. Labette County comes out in man-to-man to start this game. As Page looks to drive, guarded by Falkenstein, now over to McGrath. As McGrath gets a double screen from Turner and Lewis, turns the corner and kicks it out to McFarley. As Independence being patient here to start on this first possession at offense.
Yeah, and obviously, no reason to hurry.
As McGrath has it guarded closely by Heston. McGrath will turn the corner, kick it out now to Page. Now back to McGrath. Great defensive possession here from the Grizzlies, not allowing Independence to get into too many driving lanes. As Page kicks it back to McFarley, right to left this offense goes. Lewis will drive, kicks it back to Turner. As Turner is double teamed, goes into the chest of Brock, and rebound by Smith. So a good defensive possession to start this second half from Labette County.
Definitely how you want to start it. Now you just got to fix what's been going on the other end of the court.
Heston up top to Smith. As Smith faces up with Turner, takes one hard step, pulls up, misses the shot. Rebound Brock. Brock out to Heston. Heston swings it. Heston should have shot. It's one of those you just wish you would shoot. As Jamison takes a dribble and pulls up and scores. Labette County on the board here first in this second half, trailing by 9 now as it's in single digits.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of that shot I talked about earlier, where you don't really like seeing him take it, but you're happy when it goes in.
Lewis with the basketball inside, goes up against Smith. I don't know what else you'd expect from Smith other than to not leave your feet. And so they get Nathan Smith on the arm. So Smith picks up his first personal, and Lewis will head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe this is just a 9-point game. This is a single-digit game as he misses the free. Still a single-digit game.
Lewis misses the first of 2 free throws. 19-10 our score. Second shot is up from Lewis, and it rolls home. So 10-point game, Bulldogs lead, as Falkenstein will bring it up for Labette County, guarded by Page. He'll give it over to Heston. Heston now to Smith at the top of the key. As Smith faces up with Turner. Should have kicked it to Heston a little sooner, as Heston was spotted up in the corner, but now to Falkenstein. Falkenstein swings it over to Jamison. Now back to Smith. As Smith looks to drive, kicks it out to Jamison. And they're going to get Smith with the charge. So 2 fouls on Nathan Smith here in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, if he had played that first quarter, he might be on the bench right now, 3 or 4,
That is true. As Farley brings it up for Independence, leading by 10. Double screen set for Farley, and he drives, loses the handle, and kicks it back out to Lewis. Lewis will shoot the 3 and hit it. You don't see a 6'5" get so too often step out for the 3 ball, but he did there, as Independence stretches the lead to 13 now.
Yeah, that is true. You usually don't see that too much, but the kid's a good ball player. You can usually play everywhere.
As Page strips Jamison, now Farley has it coming in for layup is Turner. Turner scores it, and Jamison fouls him. So 3 quick fouls on Labette County in this half, and we go from a 9-point game to a 15, potentially 16-point Independence lead as Turner steps to the line for the first free throw.
Yeah, we talked about it being interesting going into the locker room. Kind of was, kind of wasn't, but then that stretch in the third quarter.
As Turner misses the free throw, 25-10 our score. Smith brings it up for Labette County. As he kicks it over to Jamison. Jamison now back to Smith. Smith pump fakes the 3. He'll look to drive, goes between his legs, and gets fouled by Turner. So Turner picks up his second, and Independence's first team foul of the half.
Yeah, it would be nice if Independence was in a little bit of foul trouble. It would keep things, keep us on our toes, keep us interested, but that's not the case.
As Falkenstein throws it away, then gets it back and gives it over to Heston. Now Brock scores from 6 foot out, so Trent Brock with his first points of the ball game. 13-point lead, Independence, as Labette County switches into a 1-3-1.
I'm sure Trent enjoys seeing a shot go down.
Timeout,
Okay.
Independence. Coach Lanning, we will take it with them. 30 seconds here on KLKC.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if you didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had my surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
(25-12) our score. Bulldogs in control as it is their basketball as Labette County stays in their 1-3-1 defense. As pass in the middle, tipped by Jamison. Smith has it now as he'll give it up to Falkenstein as a little change in defense may spark something here for the Grizzlies.
And Ethan would have loved to have tried and gotten that lob pass and jammed that sucker, but he didn't get it. Might have been the right call, though, on Nathan's part.
As Jamison now has it, hits a cutting Heston. Heston back up top to Falkenstein.
Perfect.
Falkenstein launches a three, no good.
Okay.
Still the shot you need to take when it's wide open. As ball now swings over to McGrath. Labette County now into man-to-man defense as Page has it, guarded by Falkenstein. Ball now over to McGrath, now down low to Lewis, driving against Smith as he gets baseline and scores. Nathan tried not to pick up his third foul there, and Lewis makes him pay for it. 27-12 the score, 3:52 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that does make it hard whenever you have 2-3 fouls and you're trying to guard the best player on the court. It just not easy.
As Jamison has it, kicks it over to Heston. Heston now back to Smith. Down screen's being set here as they kick it over to Jamison. Now Smith cuts through the lane. Jamison tries to go one-on-one, loses the handle, and then puts up a 4-footer and is fouled. So Jamison will head to the line for 2 shots as McGrath fouls him on the shot.
Indy's scoring quite a bit. I maybe should have stuck. What did I say the first time? I said 40-something.
You said 38-21. That's all I have wrote down.
The first
I don't know what you said.
I was like 40-something, and you gave
said
me a
38.
look, and so I backed it off to 38.
You said 30. I think you said like 42, which is only 4 points more.
Could prove to be crucial.
As Jamison hits the first of 2 free throws, Collar will check in for Independence, replacing Page. 27-13 our score now. Second shot to come from Jamison. He hits it as Labette County will change defenses once again. 27-14 the score.
They could be inside 10 at the end of the third. That would be amazing.
Back to the 1-3-1 is Labette County. Long lob pass over to Lewis as he'll skip it back cross court to McGrath. As I honestly think Labette County doesn't look too bad in a 1-3-1.
No, they don't.
And maybe it's something that they make the change to stay in more often.
It's at least not as easy for Independence to get it in there and get muscled around, you know.
As Collar will inbound it for Independence, Labette County stays in the 1-3-1. Ball goes inside. You don't like that matchup, though, of Lewis versus Heston. A shot from the corner free throw line, no good. Heston has it, pushes it the other way now up to Jamison, now back to Heston.
Get a good look here.
Smith has it, pump fakes the 3, looks to drive, goes up in the lane to score, and is fouled. So 2 shots to come now for Nathan Smith. As that foul will go on number 11, TJ Turner. That is his 3rd personal foul and the 3rd team foul for Independence. But Turner exits and the 6'5" kid comes in, the freshman for Independence.
They reload, that's for sure.
As the first shot from Smith is good. As Turner exits officially and finds his seat on the bench. 27-15 now, Bulldogs. Second shot to come from Smith. It is up and no good. Rebound, one-handed rebound by the freshman Easton Ewing of Independence. And Collar will bring it up as Labette County remains in this 1-3-1.
That was the first Grizzly miss from the free throw line tonight. They're 5 for 6, so I'd like to see improvement there for sure.
As Jamison and Falkenstein get the trap, Ewing steps out to the 3-point line. He'll swing it back to McGrath. They'll skip it backside to Collar now. As their Independence is getting away with some lazy-looking passes.
Yeah,
They'll
they
skip it out to Lewis. Lewis will shoot the three again and bury it. He's 2 of 2 in this half, 2 of 3 in the game.
Yeah, he's got 9 just this quarter. 9 out of the 11 scored by Indy.
So right back to a 15-point lead are the Bulldogs as Smith has it at the top of the key looking for a screen from Brock. He'll kick it out to Jamison. Jamison will launch a three. No good. Rebound. Caller. And those are the type of shots Argenbright wants him to take. They just kind of get him to fall.
Yeah, exactly. That shot falls. That's a big shot. You're a 3 away from being within single digits, possibly going into the fourth. But, yeah, exactly what you just said. They're not falling.
As McGrath shoots a fadeaway three. Illegal screen set by Ewing. Turnover on Independence. On the foul, that is Ewing's first.
I thought we were going to witness a 4-point play there. I didn't see the screen at all.
I wasn't watching the screen. I was watching the fadeaway shot at that point. As Jamison has it now, kicks it up to Brock, now over right to Smith. As now Foxton cuts through and gets the basketball. They'll hit Heston at top key. Heston from straight on. No good. Hits both side of the rim and out. Saved by Ewing of Independence as McGrath will run the floor. 30-15 our score as McGrath draws the foul on Heston. Independence ball out underneath as that is Heston's second personal foul, 4th team foul against Labette County.
Yeah, they have yet to hit a three, and it's not like they haven't shot any. They've shot it, not an absurd amount, but
they've taken the
10,
open
11
ones.
or so, yeah.
Farley with it, McFarley with it, drives and kicks it to Collar. Collar will pump fake and go up, no good. Rebound Ewing of Independence, he misses and saved from going out of bounds by Nathan Smith. So Labette County back the other way.
Very fortunate there. Got to hit something going in to the fourth. Have to hit something here.
As Jamison has it, sidesteps, now gives it over to Smith. Smith with it, slides it over to Foxstein. Foxstein drives baseline. Looked for Smith, but Smith was not ready for it. As Heston saves it from going back court.
It'd be amazing if they could somehow just take one shot in this next 32 seconds.
As Heston has it in the corner. He was open. Probably should have shot that one. As Smith has it, he'll look to drive. He'll kick it back to Brock. Brock will pump fake and give it up to Heston. 22 seconds now on the clock.
There you go. Coach has signaled one shot.
As Jamison has it, gets a screen from Brock. Now he'll elect not to use it. Kicks it to Falkenstein in the corner. Falkenstein back to Jamison. Now Jamison circles it back to Falkenstein. Falkenstein 4-3. Hits the rim and goes off.
Hard the ball.
4 seconds on the clock now. McFarley now up the court to Lewis. Lewis wide open three in the corner. He hits it. What an impressive shot there from Lewis as he is 3 for 3 in the quarter, 3 of 4 in the game. So at the end of the third quarter, it's Independence 33, Labette County 15. Let's take a 60-second timeout here on KLKC. Grizzlies with the basketball, start the fourth quarter. Nathan Smith launches a three, no good. Rebound Ewing of Independence. Labette County is just going to have to start firing threes here in this fourth quarter to try and get back in this game, trailing by 18.
Yeah, and it's been tough all season long for them to hit a three. They're 20-some-odd% on the season.
McFarley with the basketball, swings it back up to McGrath. McGrath now over to Caller inside to Lewis. Lewis dumps it into McFarley. A block there by Ethan Jamison as he came flying out and got that thing at the top. As ball goes to Heston now in the corner. Now to cutting Falkenstein up top to Jamison. Jamison launches a three from straight on. No good. Rebound taken by Nathan Smith. Hustle played. Lewis bodies on the floor. Picked up by Jamison. Jamison puts it up. Gets the roll and one. As Independence players start pointing at the scoreboard after Jamison starts flexing. So
on the floor.
Basket good. He'll head to the line for one more shot. 33-17 the score. Turner will check in to replace Ewing as Ewing picked up his second foul.
What was the ref pointing at?
He's pointing down.
Okay. Yeah. Come on, Jack, you need to know that.
Shot from Jamison is good. Full court pressure from Labette County. As they say, Jamison stepped on the line, almost a near steal here. 33-18 the score. 1-2-2 full court press coming from Labette County. Ball into the corner to McGrath, now back to McFarley as he'll swing it up to Caller. Caller now dribble it across and get it to Lewis in the corner as Lewis has hit 3 threes in the previous quarter. Skip pass knocked away by Heston. Tip to Nathan Smith as Smith will bring it up the floor now for Labette County.
Like to see Eli get some air, no bigger than he is. Get up there and make a big boy play.
As Heston now has it in the corner. Kicks it to Jamison. Jamison pump fakes and goes up. No good. Rebound by Caller of Independence.
Yeah, Argerbright's feeling the same way I am right now. I don't know if you saw his reaction from that shot, but he was just like, keep going. Go to the basket. Nobody's there.
Another block here by Jamison as he blocks McFarley for the second time on 2 possessions. As now Heston has it. Kicks it back to Falkenstein. Falkenstein now over to Jamison. 6 minutes to go. Labette County's just got to shoot the open shots at this point as Caller steals it. Goes coast to coast. Another block from Ethan Jamison. 3 in the quarter for Ethan. 33-18 the score.
The whole Independent student section's pointing at the scoreboard. Ethan didn't even do anything that time unless he said something.
He got up and looked at Caller.
Oh, okay.
Independence basketball set to inbound. 5:56 on the clock as they'll get it inside to Turner. Outside to Cole now as they'll give it back to McGrath. Trying to get it inside to Turner, guarded by Trent Brock. As Heston's picking up the defense. And now it's over to Caller. Now back to McGrath outside. And McGrath gets by Heston, dumps it into Lewis. Now no look pass into Cole. What a pass from Lewis, finding Cole. Basket counts and Cole will head to the line for an and one.
Are we playing in Independence? That was pretty loud, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, the Independence student section is getting into it, and they're kind of looking over at the Labette County student section. Labette County's kind of signaling football. Talk about us in football season or something, I think.
Yeah, it's like whenever K-State fans argue with the KU fans. I can't stand that.
36-18 our score. Falkenstein bringing the ball up the floor for Labette County. He'll kick it over to Nathan Smith. Nathan will launch the 3 and try to go for the bank. No good. Saved by McGrath as McGrath will bring it up after giving it up to Caller.
Man, that's just tough. They've had some that have hit everywhere but the bottom of the net. Still have yet to hit a 3.
As McGrath looks to drive, he'll kick it out to Caller. Caller will launch the 3. No good. Rebound by Lewis and a foul on Jamison. As that will be Ethan's 4th personal foul as Jones will check in replacing Eli Heston and Andrew Jamison replacing Trent Brock.
Yeah, and Trent did a good job. He got a very early 2 fouls and just picked up his 3rd, and it's the 4th quarter. So he did a good job of playing with those fouls.
As Cole has it on the outside, they'll hand it off to McGrath. 4:57 on the clock. Independent student section continuing to pick up the noise a little bit here in this 4th quarter. As McGrath has it, pulls up over Falkenstein. No good. Rebound by Nathan Smith. As Nathan almost has his pocket picked there by Caller, but a foul called. So Labette County basketball, 4:42 to go, so almost halfway through this 4th quarter. trailing 36-18.
Yeah, my prediction's hurting pretty bad. She's a bleeding.
You better hope she'll.
Lewis heated up pretty quick, and that ruined my chances.
As Falkenstein has the basketball, bringing it across now for Labette County, as they've got to go, as they're trailing here in this fourth quarter, and they've got to get points on the board and on the board quickly. As Falkenstein pulls up from inside the three-point line, no good. Rebound by Smith. He'll go up and score. Trailing by 16, Labette County picks up the full court pressure.
Nathan's had a couple, let's see, he's got 7 points, 3 two-pointers. A couple of those twos have came off of an offensive rebound right there underneath.
As Page has the basketball and now kicks it back up top to McGrath as they're across half court now. McGrath looking for some help as now Jamison's going to guard him and try and get a 5-second call. And a pick poked out of his hands. Good defense there by Ethan.
Yep. So
Labette County stays on defense, trailing 16, needing a steal, and a near steal there by Falkenstein as Page gets it. And this Independence 2 section, I think, is just laughing about anything or getting loud about anything. As McGrath has it, goes inside to Lewis. As Lewis is looking cross court, finds Cole. As he'll give it up to McGrath once again. McGrath will look to drive, kicks it out to Page. Page now drive, Euro step, and misses the layup. Rebound, Andrew Jamison. As Jamison brings it up and gets it to Nathan Smith. Now gives it up to Falkenstein. Falkenstein will find Andrew Jamison. Jamison will score. And now it's a 14-point game with 3 minutes left. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. Labette County back in full court pressure.
Never over till it's over.
Ball brought up now by Cole of Independence. He'll swing it to Lewis in the corner, guarded by Smith. Lewis will look to drive baseline, help defense, and he stepped out of bounds. Is Lewis. Turnover, Independence. 14-point game here, 3:07 on the clock.
A little bit of pushy-shovey here with Luke and
Page.
What's his name? I'm not doing play-by-play, so I don't pay attention. Thank you.
As Falkenstein brings it up and gets it over to Smith. Smith now look to drive, kicks it out to Jones. Jones will launch a three from the corner, no good. Rebound, Andrew Jamison. Still hand it off to Falkenstein. Falkenstein will pump fake the three and drive baseline. Up and under, misses the layup. As a foul called on Austin Jones. And so McGrath will head to the line for a 1-and-1. I don't know how that layup hit every side of the rim and came off. As that's Austin Jones' first personal foul.
Not only have we not gotten a three to fall, but it seems like everybody in the books attempted one. Austin just shot one there. He was one who hadn't shot yet. Multiple have shot.
As Turner will check out and Ewing will check back in. So the 2-6-5 guys for Independence back in the lineup. 2:43 on the clock, 36-22. Independence in the lead. As first free throw from McGrath goes down, 37-22 now. As now number 15. Imagine that, there's no number 15. Actually, there is. On the JV roster, number 15, Emery Birdie checks in.
Caleb Johnston, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, Caleb Johnston. Sorry, I'm looking at the freshman lineup. 15, Caleb Johnson checks in for Independence. Second free throw goes for McGrath. 38-22 our score. 2:43 on the clock. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on KLKC.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you try to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
(38-22) our score here at Harrison Gymnasium. Labette County has the ball, trailing by 16, 2:40 to go though, so threes are going to really have to start to fly now, Jack.
Yeah, no joke. This is like KU West Virginia comeback type stuff. I'm sure some people out there remember that.
As Nathan Smith launches a three and connects on cue. First one down for Labette County, 38-25 now. Full court pressure off of Independence, Labette County basketball. So a little momentum shift here coming for Labette County, hopefully, as Collar will check back in for Independence, as he will replace Page for Independence, as Page is wondering what he did when he came out. He's asking Coach Lanning, because Coach Lanning just doesn't give him a response. Jamison will launch a three and hit. Two back-to-back threes by Labette County, cuts it to 10. Full timeout, Coach Arterbright. Let's take 60 seconds on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this,
There's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
It could happen in.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
(38-28). Labette County in full court pressure against the Independence Bulldogs. McFarley has it. Skips over the top to Collar, now to the middle to Lewis. Now backside to McGrath, and Lewis cuts down the center of the paint, puts up the two-footer and connects. 12-point lead now, Independence. As Labette County goes back the other way, Nathan Smith pump fakes the three. Looking for a screen from Andrew Jamison. Now outside to Heston. Heston will launch a three and connect. 3 threes in a row from Labette County. Cuts it to 9-point lead, Independence. Let's take a quick, or actually let's just keep it here. We got a minute 50 left. It's going to get intense here. Jack, let's go ahead and thank these back half sponsors that we can get to earlier.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if he didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. That worked like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had my surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
Just 40 seconds ago, now down 9. As full court pressure from Labette County. McFarley to inbound. It gets it into turn. Now right back to McFarley. And a foul against Nathan Smith, as that's what they wanted. As Coach Arterbright knows they've got to extend this game. So we're going to see a lot of free throws here in this last minute 48.
Hopefully, anyways. And Coach kind of acted like Farley was the one they wanted to foul. He hasn't scored all night, hasn't even attempted a free throw.
So McFarley to shoot a 1-and-1 here with a minute 48 to go. Labette County trailing by 9, 40-31. First shot from McFarley is short. Rebound by Heston of Labette County. 1:45 to go. Trailing 9. Falkenstein pushes the tempo up the floor. Gives it up to Nathan Smith. Now back to Falkenstein.
A little bit more urgency here. Urgency.
As ball swings over to Austin Jones. Now up top looking for Ethan Jamison. Now over to Nathan Smith. Now to Heston in the corner. 1:25 on the clock. Falkenstein at top of the key. Launches the three. He connects. We're down 6 now. But 40-34. 1:17 to go. Traps in the corner. Labette County's backside to Lewis. Now into Cunning Turner. Ooh, traveling violation stolen away by Ethan Jamison. Trailing 6 now. Ethan will launch the three. Short. Rebound. Independence out off the ref. So it stays with Independence. Labette County down 6, 40-34.
Wow, I was not excited 10 minutes ago. Now I'm, wow.
Now Jack's blood pressure's coming through the ceiling. As McFarley to inbound it to McGrath, as they're wanting to get the ball in the hands of McFarley, and they will foul McFarley once again, as I think Coach Arterbright knows who he wants to foul in this game.
Yeah, that shot. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I was just saying that shot by Ethan. I mean, you could feel it. You know, you thought maybe it was going to go in. I think maybe just one pass too rushed. One pass I would have liked. Have a set shot. He had some momentum with him. Stopped, looked behind him, took his focus off the goal. I would have liked like a set shot right off the pass.
So 40-34 the score. First shot from McFarland is up and good. Or McFarley.
Yeah, Farley. It's just Farley, I think. Yeah.
McFarley. Or Farley.
Yeah.
Farley, whatever.
You're good. Yeah. It's almost, game's almost over.
41-34, 57 seconds. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound, Nathan Smith. Labette County's got to go. 54 seconds on the clock. As Smith has it, looks to drive, gets in the paint, kicks it out to Falkenstein. Falkenstein now out to Heston. Heston, a deep three, no good. Long rebound. Hustling play by Falkenstein as he takes fans down with him, flying after that basketball. As everybody, we're going to make sure everybody's okay, but Luke Falkenstein went storming for that basketball, and there was no stopping him.
No. Still love the hustle, though.
As I think everybody is okay. Coach Rashin's over there addressing it. So Labette County back out trying to pick up some pressure here. 41 seconds on the clock. McGrath with the basketball and a foul by Nathan Smith. So McGrath, probably not the guy you want to send to the line, but they've got to foul somebody here and hope he misses.
True. Time is now a factor. Definitely just under 40 seconds.
So 41-34. 10 team fouls on Labette County. So 2 shots coming for McGrath here. Shot from McGrath is up and in, so 42-34, 8-point game now. 38 seconds on the clock, so not out of reach, but there's going to be a lot that has to happen here in these final 38 seconds.
Yeah.
Shot is up and good, 9-point game now. Falkenstein has the basketball, bringing it up the floor for Labette County. As Falkenstein will drive, kick it out to Jones. Jones will shoot it and score. Timeout, Coach Arterbright, 30 seconds. Let's take him with him here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this,
There's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time.
That sounds fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time.
Getting fouled, and then 4 more guys are coming to the table.
That's smart. That's smart.
So it's man-to-man pressure for Labette County. It's into Page, and Chase Carnahan immediately fouls going for the basketball. So Page will head to the other line to shoot 2 shots. And subs set to check back in for Labette County. As Coach Arterbright has 1 timeout still remaining in this ball game, trailing 43-36 with 2 shots from Page coming. As they don't put anybody in here, so I know they're not worried about Page at the line. But he misses the first one, which is huge.
Yeah, I'm hoping he misses this one just to keep it just that more interesting. I'm surprised we still have 1 timeout left. It doesn't really feel like we should. It felt like he called multiple there, but I guess he just called 2 or 3.
As Page is headed to the line for his second one.
There they go. They weren't guarding Eli down there.
As it is up, he knew it was no good, so he tried to go get the rebound. Crossed the line, lane violation on the only Bulldog down there. So Labette County basketball, 36-43. Falkenstein's going to let roll as far as he can. He'll pick it up here.
Got to go quick.
And they're trying to get it to Heston. Heston's just getting bodied. They're going to get a blocking foul on Page. So Falkenstein will head to the line for the 1-and-1.
He's got to
So a chance to get 2 points here with the clock stopped.
Got to make these. Exactly, clock stopped. And 2 points right at his grasp.
And that works perfect for Labette County because now they can sub everybody in to get the fouls.
That's true.
So a big free throw here coming from Falkenstein. Labette County trailing 43-36, 21 seconds on the clock.
Got to go through your routine, breathe and release.
Falkenstein hits the first one, 1 to come, 43-37. Labette County still trailing by just 6. Second shot to come, it is up, and no good. Rebound, Austin Jones. Jones will go up and score. It is 43-39. Independence leading as they get the foul. Austin Jones with 2 big points here. So it will be McGrath headed to the line for Independence in just a 4-point ball game and what was a 16-point difference here 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, and we talk about them not being able to hit threes. Then they hit like 3 out of their next 4 attempts, or 4 out of their next 5 attempts.
Shot is up for McGrath. He hits it. 5-point game again as the subs come back in for Labette County. And so on the floor, it's Carnahan, Falkenstein, Jamison, Smith, and Heston. 13 seconds on the clock, 44-39. McGrath steps the line for the second one. It is up and in. The Falkenstein will bring the ball up, trailing by 6 is Labette County. They've got to get a quick 3. Smith will launch it. Looks like he's hit on the hand, no call. So McGrath will rebound and head to line for 2 more shots.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6 here in the 4th, and that miss did it right there, but man, did they play hard.
As Coach Lanning's just going to send all his subs in now. So it will probably finish, depending on what McGrath does. Labette County fought hard. 45-39 the score. Shot is up from McGrath, and he hits it. Subs come in, starters out for Independence. And all smiles for the Independence bench in front of us.
They had to get serious there for a minute, though. Like, oh, shoot, here we go.
Second shot from McGrath is up, no good. Rebound Smith. 4 seconds on the clock now. As Smith will go coast to coast and lay it in. So, final score here looks a lot better than what it was. 46-41, Bulldogs win. Let's take a 2-minute timeout here on KLKC.